Daniel?
Here. I am here.
Okay, you have 5 minutes. Go ahead.
I'm glad to see the delegations coming in on the COVID stuff, because I saw that the noise the individuals raising issues, concerns about the noise, formed a coalition, and I think that's great. And by the way, fully support the noise cause. I think it's noise is a big health issue. I recall once traveling with some children on an airplane, and I asked, "What can I do about the noise of children? Like, how, what can I bring on the flight to assist in dealing with the noise?" And they said, "Bring 300 pairs of earplugs." So earplugs are definitely something to consider to some extent. But anyhow, to the issue of this board's strategic plan for building trust, okay, for how it handled and continues to handle the COVID response within Toronto Public Health, because I know on the agenda it talks about strategies to mitigate risk, including positioning Toronto Public Health as a trusted and reliable source of information. I've been trying to work with public health for a while to make sure to temper or to moderate some of the claims of vaccine safety, efficacy from day one. Is there an echo here? Part of that was with the TDSB, who's also making claims on behalf of Toronto Public Health on vaccine safety and efficacy. I'm like, y'all are getting your information from one source, and that's Health Canada. And Health Canada is operating from limited information. So don't just take everything Health Canada saying, without a bit of a grain of salt. And anyhow, to the point of getting back to the issue of building trust within Toronto Public Health, I've asked this board to ask me questions, and maybe I'm going to stop at 3 minutes and ask myself questions, because you guys never asked me questions. I submitted a document, okay? This was a Toronto Public Health generated document, and I know there's a lot of moving parts within Toronto Public Health, and you can't control everything everyone does, especially during a pandemic. I don't know if I can pull up the document if I need to. You all can look at it, okay? What it shows, and it's been redacted because there's some, but the individual whose medical record this is has testified at the National Citizens Inquiry. She's discussed her whole case. The document you're looking at is two versions of an adverse event following immunization report. And again, this is generated by we'll call them an AFI, A-E-F-I, an investigator within Toronto Public Health. It's supposed to be the same document, but it's actually different. It's like the games you play as kids. What's the difference between these two documents? And you can see on it, I don't know if you have it in front of you, it shows that there was an insertion into one version of the record that was sent to the individual's doctor, and a different version that was sent to the patient. It should have been a blind carbon copy or a carbon copy. But what the investigator did was adapt it or change the record, and to basically, I'll say, butter up the physician to advise the physician that, hey, this patient may just be a psychosomatic response to the vaccine. So it caused the physician, because of course the physician thinks the patient got the same version of the document. When I saw this, I was like, this is something's happening in Toronto Public Health. This needs to be looked at. I trusted, and I still kind of trust you folks at Toronto Public Health. But when I saw this, I was like, this needs to be investigated. We need like, this isn't a lawsuit will do so much. Like, the damages here, I don't know at the end of the day what they are. But this needs to be investigated. How widespread was this? I know it's very common knowledge now that a lot of physicians had issues reporting adverse events following immunization. There was pushback of all kinds. Couldn't get it in the system. Oh, it could be something else. Okay, I'm seeing we're running out of time. Y'all are going to ask me some questions, so I'm going to ask myself the questions. What do you want public health to do at this point? We're trying to rebuild trust. Well, glad you asked. Here's what you have to do. You have to, and it doesn't have to be me, you have to hire an independent investigator. You need to commission a report. And I know y'all are running out of money. The city's running low on cash. How do you fund this? I would say federal government. That's a squeamish conversation to have, but it has to happen. I would say special tax maybe on big pharma. It has to happen. If you want to drive this building trust, again, I'm the biggest proponent of public health. Well, not the biggest.
10 seconds.
A major proponent Is that all I have to say? Is that all I have to say, Mr. Fred? Yes, that's it. Any further questions, you can always ask me some more questions. But
Thank you so much. Any questions for the
Thank you.
deputants? Seeing none. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Gloria Bristone, are you here? Online? You have 5 minutes. Can